Hello, good evening, everyone. I hope you all can hear me clearly. For those of you in Zoom or Facebook Live, can you all hear me clearly? Can I? All right. Okay. So today is again know your personality with the 5 elements. And yes, last night we have went through the fire and earth. I hope that all of you have rewind it because I have rewind my section yesterday, and I feel that I have been saying quite a bit of things, but still not entirely complex enough. So today, the matter and water, I will add in more in-depth information. So let's see whether y'all can understand more. So let's start immediately. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, so today we'll start with, yesterday is fire. So fire produce earth, and today is earth produce matter. So we'll start with matter today. So matter branch out to have what kind of day master or what kind of heaven sent. Okay, matter branch out to have, first we call Geng, and Xing. Okay, this is the yin and yang matter for the heaven sent. Of course, there is other as well, like a branch, but usually we seldom talk about a branch. Okay. Why do we talk about heaven sent? One of the reason is because heaven sent is usually used to represent a person. Okay, just like we have this day master in our 八字, okay, which is the day you are born, is representing the person. So all the 八字is all about the surrounding 5 elements, the surrounding heaven sent earth branch reaction with the day master person. So the day master is very important. So for this, let me see. Okay. So for this, let me give some basic personality, natural, I call it natural personality. So if let's say this person doesn't have any reaction with the other elements, then these are the natural. But usually it's quite impossible because you definitely will have a reaction with the elements surrounding you. That's why it's called pre-heaven. Pre-heaven. Okay. So Geng, a person who is Geng tends to be more very dominant. Okay, more decisive. A lot of times, a Geng person has already decided on something, but sometimes they want to be democratic, so they want to listen to other view. But the problem is, usually they really only listen. They won't do it because they have their decision already. They have their thoughts already. And it's pretty difficult to change their decision. Unlike the earth that I mentioned, it's very difficult to change them. Okay, Geng is only difficult on changing the decision. Okay, on changing a decision. So not so much on action or whatever. It's more on decision. When it comes to decision, something that the Geng has decided, it's very difficult to change it. Okay, a Keng person is also very strong. Usually, a Keng person is a business owner, otherwise a freelancer, self-employed. Okay, but a Keng person, if too strong, will not be liked by other people. Okay, why? People feel that they are very bossy. So, but a Keng person is very resilient. Okay, very resistant to challenge. Okay, so this is some characteristic of a Keng person. So how about Sing? A Sing person usually talks a lot. Yeah. Sing person also like pretty. They usually like a lot of accessory. So when they like a lot of accessory, no matter it's guy, ladies or gentlemen, they will like a lot of accessory. Okay. Guys could be they like a lot of watches, or they like a lot of bracelet, or they wear a lot of change. So if you see those people who wear a lot of things, they are usually Sing. Those person, no matter ladies or gentlemen. Okay. And Sing person usually they are a bit arrogant. Okay, I wouldn't. Should I use the arrogant or okay, maybe a bit arrogant. I think the arrogant is still the word. As in, they seems to feel that they are above everyone. Okay, not above everyone. As in, they are more supreme than others. Not as if they are a higher caste or whatever. Okay, but it's just that they feel that they are better than others. Okay, naturally they will have this feel. So is it really better? Or sometimes yes, sometimes no. Depends on whether the Sing is it a strong Sing or a weak Sing. Okay, so sometimes if it's a weak Sing, usually it's their own imagination. So if a strong Sing, then it's definitely they are quite good. But if we want to talk about better than everyone, of course it's not possible. But most of the time they will feel that they are much better, either among their peers or in their industry. Okay, so this is the Keng and Sing. So this is the Yin and Yang matter. So let's talk about a general matter. So if let me, before I talk about general matter, let me write down the 5 elements first. So I have matter here, water, wood, fire, and earth. Okay, so again, tradition is to talk about matter first. So what the matter relationship with matter? They are friends, they are peers. Okay, matter and matter, what kind of reaction will they have? If a person, if your party chart has too much matter, this person tends to be, the eye seem to be looking at will be standing at very high point. Okay, that means they will be a bit cold. If you have too much matter in your chart, you're a bit cold. Even if a lot of times you are actually quite cold to others. Okay, you are quite cold to others, as in you feel that you don't want to acknowledge them, or you feel that there's no need to acknowledge them. You don't feel there's a need to answer them. So people will feel that you're very cold to them. Okay, because you feel that these are very simple things. Okay, what do you want to bother about me? What do you want to bother me with all this? Okay, so a person with too much matter a matter person with too much matter will tend to have this thing. So this does not only for those day master matter. Even if your day master is a matter, but if you have too much matter in your chart, sometimes you may have this characteristic. Of course, it depends on what is your day master. Okay, it depends on what is your day master. So those person with too much matter, other than cold, okay, they are very tough as well. They are very tough. Matter is very solid, right? You can't change them. You can't change the shape. The only way to change the shape is by melting them. Then you can change the form to whatever form you want. You must put in a mold and wait for it to cool. Okay, so if you want to change a metal, you must go through very tedious process. You must burn them. Okay, you must burn them until they melt. So the burning process is really so long, and after it's burned, you still have to leave it dry. So the transformation of a keng is very tedious. Okay, especially if it's a very strong keng. Okay, but after it changed, keng can really do a lot of things. That means, example, a raw material, you change it to become a sword, then it's a useful. You change it to become a wok, that is useful. You change it to become a tool, something that can, a stove, whatever you can think of that use metal, an axe. Okay, so from a raw material, you change it to be something that can be used. That is a tough transformation, but it is a good transformation because end of the day, it will do good to people. Okay, but who will it do good to? Most of the time, it's do good to the person who change it, okay, and the person who use it or the person itself. Okay. But if the metal is too strong, sometimes they will be used by others. Okay, they will be used by others. The metal person will be used by the person who changed them. So do you feel that, oh, this is someone who know me? Okay, so you'll be used by them and follow them blindly. Whatever they want you to do, you just follow. Just like even a bad guy take a sword, use a sword to kill someone, the sword won't repel or won't say no, right? Because why? That is the owner. It listens to creator. So this is the characteristic, the bad characteristic of person, a matter who is very strong matter. But of course, if you are the positive side of strong matter is it's not so easily being influenced as well. So the person who can really influence a strong matter is really a very strong person as well. Okay, either they are a very strong fire or they are a very strong water. Okay, only then they can influence a matter. These are the two weaknesses of matter. Okay, so you all know the weakness. All right, so this is matter. So next, water. What is the relationship of water and matter? Matter produces water. Okay, so what matter is the resource of water, but now the problem is your matter. Okay, so what is a what will a matter personality be if the Bazi chart has a lot of water? The main characteristic is this: if it's a strong matter, okay, I will say good. This matter definitely can perform very well. Okay, why? It's strong enough to exhaust, strong enough to produce. So whatever it produces, it still have remains, it still have backup. Okay, so the performance are very, very good because the performance is not to the end, it's not exhausted doing it. So the matter itself will have a lot of things to show. These are called performance. Okay, and the water being produced up is also full of wisdom, full of appreciation by people, and it's very changeable. So usually the matter that the strong matter and they have also water in their chart is very good. And this person will definitely achieve a very huge achievement in their life. How about a weak matter? A weak matter with water inside their chart. Then this is really a problem. Okay, if it's just a mild water, it's still fine. But if it's a strong water, then it's going to be scary. Okay, just imagine a piece of small metal, okay, small metal bar, iron bar or whatever. If you keep using it to melt, to become water, what is left? If it's a huge one, you can melt half of it, you still have half. But if it's a small piece, you melt, you really no more. So a weak metal that still have water in their chart, it cannot stand the exhausting, cannot stand the producing of the water. So to them, showing performance is very difficult. They have to do their best to show performance. And a lot of times when they feel that it is their best, but no one will appreciate it. Why? They feel that you are not doing your best because you're a matter. Okay, you still have something hiding. They always feel that, especially. So a lot of times when this thing happens, so the method itself, it will say that, oh, I don't want to show, I don't want to perform. Why should I perform when people still don't appreciate me? Okay, so a weak method will have this problem when they has water in their chart. So eventually the weak method will not do any performance anymore. They will just stand by itself. Even if it's do, it will always leave one hand. Okay, when you leave one hand, the performance is not good anymore. Okay, because it's really not strong. If you imagine if you you need something that you need a hand 5 fingers to do, then you say, okay, I use 4 finger, or I use 4 finger to do. It's very difficult, and it's really not enough. And you still want to leave that finger, then in the end, that thing will be like the things that is going to be accomplished, the task or whatever, be not here nor there. Okay, so it's not going to be complete successfully or very good in doing it very well. So again, people will say about it. So to a weak method, then it doesn't matter what, because even if I do all my best or don't do all my best, you still say talk about me. Then what is the purpose of doing my best? I might as well just do it in a more simple way, or I might as well just do it in an easy way. Don't exhaust myself. Okay, so this is the characteristic personality of a weak method with water. Okay, next, wood. So method with wood in their chart. So if this method controls wood, okay, so wood is also the wealth of matter. So if this is inside their chart, then it depends on the matter capability. So if it's a strong matter, I would say that definitely no issue. Okay, that means this matter is very has a very wealth conscious. Okay, is very wealth conscious, and the wealth health is good as well. Okay, the wealth health is good as well, and definitely know how to grab the position, grab the opportunity. This matter, it's just like it's a strong axe, and it's using the strong axe to go and chop all the tree. And after you chop the tree down, the timber or whatever, you can use it to sell or make something useful. And in that way, you are more wealthy, either by value or by money, okay, currency. So if you are a strong matter and you can keep chopping, definitely is good, okay, unlimited resource. But if you are not a weak matter, example, you are using a small Swiss knife to want to go and chop a tree, I think by the time we finish the tree, the Swiss knife may be broken already. Or the person who is trying to use a Swiss knife to chop a tree, I think the hand is going to be broken as well. So this is the same scenario. If you're a weak matter and you're trying to chop the wood, you're trying to control the wealth, it's not possible. Instead, the wealth will control you back, will hurt you back. Okay, it will hurt you back. So in that case, instead of earning wealth, you are actually losing wealth. Why? When you're hurt, when you're injured, you need to go and see doctor. When you see doctor, you need to spend money. Correct now? And when you are, example, if your tool is spoiled, you're going to need to get a new one. So it will make you tired, but your effort is all wasted. You are wasting your time doing nothing. So that is the difference between a strong matter and a weak matter with wood in their chart. Okay, next, a matter with fire in their chart. By the way, someone gave me feedback that yesterday my speech was a bit fast. Do you all feel that I speak a bit fast? Do I need to slow down my speaking so that you all can hear better? If you all need, please post and comment. If not, if you all don't need, then I feel that I will still continue. Okay, so you all let me know if you need. So for matter, with fire in their chart. Okay, so again, it depends on whether you are a strong matter or a weak matter. So if you are a strong matter, fire to you is what? Remember earlier when I say that in order to transform a matter, you need to use fire to burn it, to mold it, to reform it, okay, to something even more useful. Okay, even it is, they don't know that in previously when there isn't a lot of raw material, people use different method, then they mix together, then they burn again, and to make it to be a combined matter or something even better. Okay, so this is one of the way. If you're a strong matter, you are able to tolerate the fire. So the fire to you is not torture. It is transforming you. Yes, you feel stressed. Okay, but the fire is molding you to be a better person, molding you to be a better in the future, molding you to success. Okay, molding you to be a very useful person. So if you're a strong matter, fire is very good. How about if you are a weak matter? If you are a weak matter, fire to you is torturing. Okay, you are already not enough. Imagine you already not enough to not enough matter for yourself already, but you still have to stand the fire. So there is you see, last time those blacksmith or something, when they want to mold something, okay, they want to create something, they want to make a sword or whatever, they must have the sufficient, they must calculate they have the sufficient matter to for the molding. So let's say if you mold you burn halfway, then you feel that your metal is not enough. What can you do? That is wasted already. You have to wait for the metal to be replenished, then you can continue. Then the time previously done firing it or whatever, trying to mold it, will be wasted. So I can also say that, and most of the time, the job may even be give up halfway. So if it's a weak matter that has fire in their chart, usually they do things is the same. Okay, they will do things halfway and then they will give up. Is usually very difficult for them to complete one difficult task or one task that require them to challenge them. Okay, once they feel stressed, they will want to back up. Okay, for weak matter. Okay, you will grow to be more precious, but the problem is no one will know whether you are precious or not if no one found you. So that means if you are a strong matter, but you still have a strong earth, a lot of earth around you, it's definitely not going to be good for you. Okay, you will basically feel that you don't need to do anything. You just need to hide, and then you think that everyone is trying to find you, and that is going to be wrong, because if you are hiding, no one can see you, no one can find you. Okay, unless someone suddenly coincidentally, there's this raw material here, there's this iron or this metal, precious metal here, let's dig it up. But where will it be? So if a strong metal with earth in their chart, usually this metal is really waiting for opportunity, not grabbing it. Okay, so if it's a weak metal with earth, that is a better combination. It's a better combination, as it, okay, because the metal is not a lot, and the earth is producing, covering up to protect it, so that it's stronger, waiting for people to unleash it, to discover it. So the metal in this case is not very strong, but they has metal to give it nutrients to make it more precious. Example, all those metal like gold bar, gold, iron, silver, aluminum, etc. All these metal, eventually they may be from a very small nutrients or substance or whatever, but slowly because of all the nutritions, all the nutrients from the ground inside the earth, it becomes more and more better. Okay, it gives the matter a new life. So a matter with earth in a weak matter with earth in chart will enable them to be a better matter. Of course, this matter itself will really be appreciated to the earth. Of course, it will be appreciated to the earth. Okay, but the problem with matter is, although it's appreciated, but once someone come and find them, they usually will forget about the earth giving to them. Okay, they will easily forget about the gratitude, easily forget about the good things that people do for them. So this is the characteristic of a weak matter. Okay, because they will because someone will favor them already, then they will go to someone. Okay, so that is the characteristic. Okay, so this is the matter personality with the 5 elements. Okay, I hope y'all receive what I mentioned to y'all. So I'm open for 1 or 2 questions for matter before I go to water. So y'all can feel free to ask me questions now. Post in comment or Facebook. Comment in Facebook Live or the comment in Zoom. Okay, while y'all think about the question, okay, I will draw the chart for water as well. Actually, sometimes you all feel that some of you may, if you all have knowledge of Chinese metaphysics, you all may feel that it's very weird. How come this Ivann, when he talk about all this personality, he didn't talk too in depth about, example, I'm talking about 八字. I seldom talk about the stars. I seldom talk about the heaven stamp. I seldom talk about the branch, okay, or any other things that's in 八字. I usually only talk about the yin and yang, and usually talk about 5 elements. Actually, no matter it's the 10 stars or whatever, 10 star, 10 gods or whatever, heaven stamp, all that, it's all made up of 5 elements and yin and yang. So you must understand, if you know the base of this is you already know everything. So it's not that I don't talk about it. Of course, if I want to talk about like direct wealth, indirect wealth, officer, direct officer, 7K, 7 killing, all this, I can talk about all this, but what's the point of talking all this when you do not even know your basic wealth? Okay, so this is the objective.
Teacher Ivan, we have 2 questions.
Oh, okay. Can.
Okay. From Zoom is weak matter with lots of wood and water, missing fire element. How to stable the wood and water elements?
Weak matter with lots of wood and water, missing fire elements. Weak matter with a lot of woods and matter. A lot of woods and water. Then I don't think you want fire. Why do you need fire? You don't need fire. Because it's exhausting too much already. Okay, because matter is really weak, and you still have wood. You're trying to control your wealth, but it's not possible to control. You're already weak, and before you control, you have to exhaust first. Okay, you're not even strong enough to exhaust. That means your performance on your work or in your this weak matter in terms of the performance on the performance in work or whatever in life is definitely not that fantastic. Okay, not that strong. And it's very difficult for this weak method to impress people. Very difficult for this weak method to impress people. So this weak method definitely need earth. Okay. Just having matter may not help as well. Just having matter may not help as well. So the best is to have earth. Why? Earth can produce the matter, give it more backup. Okay, support the matter so that it's okay. You exhaust first. You exhaust. You produce water. I will produce you back so that I will balance up what you produce. And don't think about controlling the wood, okay, because it's very difficult. So focus on balancing the producing of water. If this part, if can find sufficient earth, then it's very good. So what are the earth things that this method can do? Of course, the full solution, okay, it has to be go through the whole part. But the brief one can be this person be more patient, okay, stabilize themselves, okay. Don't think too fast, because if this person is a weak method, definitely is undecisive and usually talk things very fast. Okay, so don't think carefully, don't speak too fast, think carefully, think slowly, then you do the things. Be more patient, okay. Try to have more backup plan more contingency. Okay, do not overexhaust yourself. It is very important. But of course, this is all the actions. If needed, then we can prescribe our luck ICM luck enhancement banded. Then we can use the external energy of energy to help it to regain the actions. Okay, I hope you understand. All right, Vanessa, can I have the next question?
Okay, second question from Facebook.
This is the last question, then after that we'll go to the water.
Sure. Second question from Facebook. What does it mean when one has no metal?
What does it mean when one has no metal? First answer, it depends on what is the day master. Okay. Do this day master need matter? Do this day master need matter in the chart? If it doesn't need, then it doesn't matter. But one of the common characteristic personality of person without matter is this person is usually undecisive. Okay, if I use undecisive, it could be a better word. I should use this word. Do not like to make decision. Okay, or don't want to make decision. Lack of the courage to make decision. Always want to rely on people. Cannot be independent. Very depend on others to decide things for them. But also depends on whether the day master is strong or weak. Okay, so these are the common characteristics. Okay, so I hope they answer your question.
Okay, she replied, the day master is a weak water.
Weak water, then it means no resource. No resource, always want to wait for people to help you, but you always want to wait, but the waiting never comes. The waiting never comes to an end. Okay, you always hope that people can help you, but a lot of times you have to fight the battle yourself. You have to make the decision yourself. And if I'm not wrong, you should be very this weak water should be very exhausted. Okay, from all the decision making. I would say the brain juice are all going to dry up already. And if it's a weak water, if it's strong water, it's still fine. But it's a weak water, then it's a bit worse. Okay, let's go to water. I heard a lot of person come in to especially listen to the water one. Okay. So if you're a water person, let me talk about the yin and yang of the water. In heaven stem, the yang water is what we call 润. Okay, 润. And the yin water is what we call 癸. 润 water is usually huge water. Okay, they are very huge water, like the Yellow River, Huanghe, or the Amazon River, all these huge river. If you want to use river to describe 润, okay, if not, then it is big sea. Okay, big sea. So this is 润 water. Okay, and what is the characteristic of a 润 water? Okay, so 润 water usually they have very big thoughts. They will think very far. Their mind, their thoughts are very far, very wide. Okay, sometimes very fury as well. If it's a fast river, okay. If it's but sometimes they are very smooth as well. But sometimes they have huge wave as well. Okay, so it depends on their mood swing. Okay, that's why when you go to the sea, right, the wave comes and go at a certain time. And we call it the sea mood swing. Okay, so we can also say that a 润 person mood swing their mood swing change very fast. So their temperature, their their temper actually change very fast, and you may not be able to catch their temper well. Okay, so it's very difficult to go and understand the temper of a 润 person. Okay, especially if it's a very strong 润. Okay, especially it's a very strong 润. How about 癸? Kui. So for a kui water usually we use small pond, those small river or rain for kui, and sometimes we use mist as kui as well. So when we talk about all this, it doesn't mean that kui is not as good as 润. It's just that they are in different form. Both of them has their own characteristics. So kui are very comfortable at their current stage. They do not want to change that much. Okay. Mist is mist. You want to change a mist to something, it's very difficult. It's very difficult to get rid of mist. Okay, small pond. You want small pond to become a big river. Is it possible? Possible, but you have to do a lot of work. You have to remove the earth for that. But is this what the river want? Is this what the kui want? No. Okay, kui want just want to be a small pond. Just want to be there peacefully. Don't come and disturb me. I enjoy my own tranquility. Okay. Rain. Okay, so kui is also sometimes the temper very hard to predict, just like rain. Okay, although now we say that we can do a weather forecast, but frankly speaking, sometimes when the rains really come down, you really can't tell. Okay, most of the time maybe we can tell. Yeah, but when it stops, we really can't tell. We only can have a range. So a kui temper is worse than not worse, not as in worse as in not bad, not that kind of bad, but it's worse as in it's so difficult to predict. Yeah, when you think you know a kui person, that is you really didn't know this kui. A kui person will never let you know him, because why? He or she, a kui person, don't even know themselves. They don't even know when they want to stop the rain. They don't even know when they want to start the rain. How do the other party know? Okay, so it's very difficult to let the kui. Okay, to understand the kui. So not easy. Okay, so this is the 润 and kui. So this one we finish matter and we're doing the water. So if let's say y'all enjoy what we have said just now, feel free to like and share the Facebook Live. Okay, you cannot like and share the Zoom, but please feel free to like and share the Facebook Live. Okay, so that more people can benefit from it. All right, so this is the yin and yang of water. So now we just focus on water. Now we focus on the strong and weak water. So now we don't talk about red and gray anymore. We talk about strong and weak. So a strong water, what is the characteristic? A strong water can be a tsunami, can flood the world, can bring a disaster, can bury it, can cover up a city, can cover up a country. Okay? So this is what a strong water do. So don't provoke a strong water. Otherwise, you won't know when the tsunami is coming. Okay? Just I tell you, don't provoke. Yesterday I tell you don't provoke a strong earth, right? Because you will know when the earth will give you an earthquake. Same thing. Don't provoke a strong water. Otherwise, if you think that you are winning, ha ha ha. I think you have underestimated the strong water. The strong water, the tsunami will just come without informing you. No warning sign can test it out. Because why? It's ruling underwater. You will never know when the disaster comes. That is the characteristic of a tsunami. Otherwise, it will keep raining. Hey, you think, hey, tomorrow is no more rain already. Ha. The rain is going to continue until the whole place is flooded. Make your livelihood in disaster. Make you cannot survive. Make you wet. Okay. You are not dry, make you sick. Okay, so this is if you provoke a strong water. Okay, but of course this is the negative part. This is trying to tell you don't provoke, never mess with a strong water. Remember. So how about a positive strong matter? Okay, so a positive strong matter can help people. Why? Human need water to live in this world. Okay, water is for us. You see, a strong water, when we build a dam, okay, the strong water help us to generate electricity, just generate things. Okay, as just like a windmill, use the wind to generate electricity. We can build a dam, we can use the water. Then the water is for us to build up the water in our body, so that our skin, our human can prevent us from dehydration. Water can help us to do a lot of things. We use our water to wash our things. We use water to cook. See, water is so useful in our life. So the best is to befriend water. Do not be enemy water. If you befriend water, water can help you a lot. Okay, but of course it depends on it's a strong water or weak water. If it's a weak water, it cannot even survive on itself. It means water is drying up already. Example, the well. Okay, well is underground water, so you really don't know when will the well dry. Okay, when will the underground water dry? So if you keep taking and you do not investigate whether is it going to be dry soon, sooner or later it dries already, then both sides will not be doing any good. So weak water can't even handle themselves well, can't even manage themselves well, they can't help other people. All right, so that is a problem with a weak water. So a strong water is also very flexible, very strong. Okay, very sometimes they are very impulsive once their temper is up. But same thing, the water is very creative. Water can change into any shapes. Okay, any shapes. You want to put in a star shape, you want to put in a diamond shape, you want to put in a Mickey Mouse shape, you want to put in a Donald Duck shape, or Pikachu, or whatever shape you want. Just give me the container and I will shape it for you. And if you feel that water is not good enough because when you pour it out, it will become the shape is no longer around, then freeze me, that I will become the shape permanently until I melt. So that is the water. They are willing to change, but that is condition. Or that is condition. You need to freeze me. You need to impress me so I can remain in this shape. Okay, so that is water. Okay, so how about the relationship for water? think the water, when I talk about water, I usually very excited because my chart itself has a lot of water. So when I talk about water, I'm a bit excited. Okay, talk about quite long already about water. So water and water. So water, if water and water means it's definitely a strong water. Okay, so whatever the characteristic that I mentioned just now for a strong water, it will exist. Okay, at the same time, a strong water, like what I say just now, the positive part is the water is very sufficient, and you know that it's sufficient. So it's the water is willing to help people as well. No matter it's helping you to generate electricity, helping you to livelihood, helping you to wash clothes, helping you to cook, it's fine. Just use it. Just use it. I have plenty of water. But the problem is, don't pollute me. Why? When you pollute me, I will bring poison with me. I will bring bacteria with me. Okay? I won't filter it for you. That is what a strong water feels. Okay? Even the sea animal inside me, okay, may be poisoned if you pollute me. So a strong water is willing to give all it can, but it will not stop you, or it will not help you to purify. Everything you must do yourself. Okay. So I can say a strong water will only help the people that help themselves. Yeah. Will only help the people that help themselves. Okay. That is a strong water. But just take note of the temper if you are a strong water, because the temper is really very difficult to predict. Okay, so yeah, I know a lot of strong water. Temper is so scary. It's not scary as it's a hot temper, but you never know when the temper is changed, when the weather is changing. Okay. All right, the next is food. So if you are a water with wood in your chart, what is the characteristic? So water, if you're a strong water with wood, definitely is going to be good. Definitely is good. Okay, why? Just like a water, okay, if you let the water perform, it can do a lot of things. In the dam, it can generate electricity. If you use it for clothing, it can use to wash. When you use for cooking, it can use to boil. Okay, and this even seawater, after you boil it, you can drink it. Of course, normal river water we can drink it also, but it's just that there is bacteria inside. But who says that boiled water doesn't have bacteria? It's just bacteria may not be that, won't be so poisonous or won't be that infectious. Okay. So if you are a strong water but you have wood in your chart, it's good, because why? It shows that your performance is all being recognized. People see your performance. Okay, people see what you are doing, and this water definitely is performing well, doing very well. All the creative, all the ideas, all the wisdom it has, people appreciate. Okay, so this is the good part. So this water will feel very happy as well. So this kind of water usually is very happy person, happy-go-lucky, very grateful, very willing to share things with other people. So if you see a lot of person who is this characteristic, they are usually a strong water with wood in their chart. How about a weak water? So if you are a weak water with wood, like I said just now, you're already not enough for your own use already. You still need to go and grow the tree. You still need to use to water the tree. When you don't even know when your water is going to exhaust, when your water is going to run out. Okay, so you worry. Okay, if you worried, then that means you still have hope. The problem is usually the weak water, they don't even realize it. Okay, they don't even realize it. And when they don't realize it, what will happen? Unknowingly, their water will dry up. And when it dry up, then both parties will not be good. So it can also say that a weak water sometimes may not know their limit. Okay, a weak water they will not know their limit, or they overestimate their limit. So they always overstretch themselves, always overexhaust themselves. In the end, people doesn't appreciate their work and feel that they are not doing enough. Feel that they are not doing sufficient. Okay, the idea outdated. Okay, why you don't have the idea? You cannot do it. You don't tell me earlier. Okay, so weak water, we have all these problems. Don't take note of it. So next, fire. Water controls fire. Fire is also the wealth of water. So if let's say you are a strong water, what will happen? What will happen with the fire? Congratulations. You will have a lot of wealth. Okay. The wealth comes from what? Comes from a creation, comes from your idea. Okay. From what you do. Okay. Whatever you do, you will have a lot of fire. And the fire is your wealth. So a water with fire in their chart tends to be well-to-do in their life, or their career is usually very successful, very well recognized. Okay, because fire also stands recognized, and this water usually has achieved a lot of things, a lot of awards, very recognized by the industry. Okay, so this is the characteristic of a strong water with fire in their chart. But what if you're a weak water? A weak water with fire is a big problem, because this fire cannot use to put off the fire. This water cannot be used to put off the fire. Instead, the fire is stronger than the water and it's vaporizing the water. So in the end, you will dry up sooner. So what does it mean? If you're a weak water and you have a lot of fire, means your idea is running out. Okay, you're just waiting for your time. You are always giving up. Okay, no, not say giving up, sorry. I would say that you don't want to give up, but you have no choice because situation is not on your side. Situation forces you to give up. Situation wants you to give up. Okay, so a weak water with fire around them will always go into a very bad situation. Very bad situation where the situation is not on their side. They always, or I can say it is mainly because they always do not remember, they always do not learn their lesson. Okay, they do not learn their lesson. Because why? They always feel that the old pump still can do, the old pump still can do. Because they don't have a lot of water to generate creativity. Okay, so sooner or later when it dry up already, then gone. They are in a very bad situation. So that is the water with fire. Okay. Next, earth. So earth controls water. So what earth is a stress of water. So if you are a strong water with earth at both sides, I would say it's still okay. It's something like two sides of the land. Okay, then your water is flowing. Okay, the water is flowing very smooth. So if you're a strong water, it's good. But if you are not a very strong water, that is a problem. Because why? Very soon you'll be covered up. You'll become reclaimed land. So this river or this part of the water will be gone. It will become one land. So this is a very scary part. If you're a strong water, it's fine. Because your water will always be able to resist the collapse of the earth or whatever to your side. Okay, instead of them covering up, they will become your soil. But sooner or later, if the water is not continuously, okay, don't have a continuation, water will still be covered up sooner or later. Maybe not now, but in years. So it's quite dangerous as well. Okay, if you have earth, too strong earth in the water, and if you are not a strong water, okay, that means if you are not a strong water, okay, very soon you'll be covered. So I would say that if you are a weak water, okay, and you have earth beside you, a lot of times your ideas all that will be covered. Okay, a lot of things you want to do, it will be covered. People, you will not be recognized by people. People don't want to see what you are doing, or I would say that they see what you're doing, but they will overlook it. They will not take it seriously. Okay, so you will always be underestimated if you are a weak water with earth. Okay, but if you're a strong water with earth, then it's good. Okay, why people can always see you. Okay, people need you for surviving. Okay, see, usually this is a very good place for building village. Okay, the water, say there can be 2 village here. Okay? If it's strong water, they use it for livelihood. Okay? Maybe there's fish inside, or maybe you can take some seaweed, or they can use the water for their living, drinking, cooking, washing, or whatever. Okay, if you have strong water and the water will never run out, that is a good. Okay, whatever you do, you'll be recognized. These are usually career, and a person, strong water with earth in their chart usually has a very strong career. Okay, the company rely on this water a lot. Okay, so they can usually be the CEO or the founder of the company as well. Okay, they are very important figure in the company. But if you are weak water, then most probably you are just a small employee. Okay, so make sure you build up your capacity as a water if you have earth. So next, the last one. The last one is always the best. I always leave the last one for the best. Okay, why? The last one is always the resource. Okay, the resource. So resource is always good. Why? You don't like people to produce you? Of course. Especially if you are weak water. You need your resource well. You need your matter to produce you. Okay. You need someone with authority to give you the authority to expand your creation. If you are a strong water, usually if there is resource, you all will have clash. So you will feel that the authority is controlling you. Okay, it's not letting you having flexibility. You don't have freedom. If you are a strong water, you will feel that way because you are really strong. I don't need any resource. I can do it myself. So a strong water usually, if they have resource at their back, right, they will not use it. Okay, or they will ignore it. So it's wasted also. But in a way, you don't say it's wasted. In a way, it's just that because they are sometimes too impulsive, sometimes too aggressive, sometimes too arrogant as well. Okay, think too much of themselves. It's a strong water. It seems it's strong water. But sometimes you think about it, even if you're strong water, okay, you still need some matter. Example, if this is a strong water, how does the 2 sides reach? You need to build a bridge. Of course, the bridge can use wood, can use whatever, but if it's a metal one, then definitely the bridge is more stable, right? Not. So it can make the water more useful, or I would say that the metal usually can cover up the gaps of the water, but usually a strong water will not see it. Only a weak water will see all these characteristic of a metal behind it. Okay, a weak water will appreciate the help from the metal. Why? I'm not very strong. Okay, I'm not very strong. Okay, so we just imagine a pond with water inside. So it's a small pond, and maybe it's not a pond. Okay, use a well. So the well, we wouldn't know when is it going to dry up. Okay, so we definitely need to drill deeper. We need to use some method to drill even more deep for the well, or we drill somewhere, okay, so that the underground water will always have replenishment, okay, so that it will not dry up. Otherwise, sooner or later, it will be covered up by the soil. So, weak water, usually they are more willing to take the help of the resource because they feel that they are not strong enough. They need resource to help them. Okay, they are more appreciative as well. And usually, weak water is a more they will take help from people. Strong water will not. So if you have friends who is a bit arrogant, don't want people to help, everything they think they can do themselves, and they have really are very talented. These are usually strong water. But you feel that those people, they can really do better when someone is helping them, someone give them the opportunity. These are usually weak matter, weak water. So we can see that a lot of startup, right? A lot of startup, there is two kind of business owner. Again, what we call startup. One kind of startup, they fund themselves. Okay, they fund themselves. These are the definitely strong water. But what kind of startup, if they have a lot of ideas, but they're not able to articulate them, they are not able to materialize them. Okay, they need funding. They need people to help them. Then they can materialize their ideas. Okay, their startup. So all these are always aggressively looking for investor one. These usually are weak water. The founder or the one who come up with the idea usually are weak water, and they need a strong matter to support them. But those startups, they can do it by themselves. Even if you fund the funder, the investor want to come or don't want to come, it doesn't matter to them. These are strong water. Okay, so I think that's all for the water. I hope you all like it. Please remember to like and share my post. All right. So let's it's a bit overshot, but I think we still can take 2 questions before we end the section tonight. Is there any question? If you have any questions, please feel free to post in the Zoom or Facebook Live.
Teacher Ivan, we have one question. Let me see. Teacher, how much is the pendant you mentioned last night?
Light enhancement pendant, is it? The light enhancement pendant is made of stainless steel. This one, usually is prescribed using your 八字. So it consists of a heaven stamp and a branch. This is to public is 128. But usually, before we prescribe for you, we have a short consultation to go through your 八字 to prescribe for you on the spot. Okay, so of course the consultation will have a bit of 八字 reading lah. So 128 is actually consists of 八字 reading lah. Usually an hour session. Okay. So any more question about water?
Actually, he's asking that he's interested and when is able to arrange for him to have it.
Okay, maybe you, Vanessa, you leave a contact with him to liaise.
Okay. Sure.
I will send my schedule. My schedule. We can do it in privately. Then I send a schedule. Then you book a schedule. Then we can go through it. Then
okay, sure. Arrange that.
Usually the pendant is either you come to the office to collect or we mail it to you in Singapore. Okay. Of course, you come to collect is easier lah. If you don't want, then we can mail it to you 2 or 3 days. Right? Okay. So I think there's no. I think water wise we did a quite comprehensive session. So I believe this few days we have a lot of questions about water as well. So more or less we have answered a lot of water questions. So if you have no more questions, then maybe we can end the sections tonight. So everyone can take a break. And because on Saturday we will be doing the wood one. Okay. On Saturday we'll be doing the wood. And on next Monday, we'll be doing our wealth code. Find a wealth code with Jing. So it's a totally different section. Not so much on your personality, but more on finding your post-heaven, your pre-heaven and post-heaven wealth code. Of course, it will be definitely including the 5 elements. Okay, and definitely it will be more comprehensive. Because end of the day, you know your personality already. Then how do you find your wealth? Okay, the wealth is not just about money, not about property. Our wealth is different. It consists of more than money. Because in a person's life, it's not just money. Okay, so this is the wealth code. Okay, this is the wealth code. So for those of you, if you are interested, we also have, if you are interested to know more about the personality of 5 elements, more in depth one, we also have our level 2 class. We will have our level 2 class. Jing Bazi level 2 class. It's an online 2-day class. If you are interested, you all can check the link. Okay, I won't be doing so much of introduction because it's quite late already. Tomorrow is still a working day. Maybe Vanessa, you can help to post our level 2 Bazi link in the comment in Facebook page and in Zoom so that people can take a look.
Okay.
Most probably
Teacher,
on Facebook.
Yeah, can we take the last question from Facebook?
Can.
Okay, what is your suggestions for a weak red water with no matter? Strongest element is wood.
Wow, tough question. A weak ren is supposed to be is built to be a strong sea, but this sea is full of trees, full of forest, full of greenery. So the greenery is all taking the sea. Okay, taking the sea. So sooner or later, it's just a matter of time. This ren will dry up, and there's no resource to produce it. Okay, there's no resource. So I would say that this rainwater, what is the suggestion? Okay, the best suggestion, of course, is to get a resource. Okay, but the characteristic of a water is a bit different. So for a water, even if you never get a resource, for example, you never get a metal, it's still fine. You can get more water because water even. I mean, what you need is actually water. What you need is not a resource. So water, you can try to have more water. So what are the things that you can find more water? Of course, internally you can be you can start to build more wisdom, build more of how to have more wisdom. Okay, in order to have more wisdom, you need to challenge yourself. You need to keep challenging yourself. Although you may want to give up, okay, but you must always challenge yourself. Every time you challenge yourself and you overcome the challenge, you will become a stronger water. Challenge adds water. Okay, building up wisdom adds water. Okay, be more creative as well. Don't be always comfortable. Don't be comfortable with what you are having now. Okay, what you are having now is just an illusion. You may feel that it's good for you, but it's actually no, it's not good for you. Okay, all the trees is taking your water. Okay, but it's not replenishing you. So the problem is sometimes when you cut off the tree, you actually will find that the water will flow back because the water is actually hidden in the tree. Okay, so if the wood is using you're exhausting to them, make sure you get results. Make sure you get fruits. from your tree. Okay, make sure you get the fruits from your performance. Okay, then next be decisive. Okay, be more decisive. Decide the thing. Don't be swinging here and there. Okay, don't be drift around the wave. Be decisive. Decide the thing you need. Okay, when you are given authority, take it up. Why? These are the resource given to you. Take up all kind of resource. All right. So these are the internal things that you can do. Of course, if the internal thing cannot be doing now, you can still get our light enhancement band. That is the external factor that can help you to trigger the effects. All right. So I hope that helps you. Okay. So I think that's the last question, right, Vanessa?
Yes, last question.
Okay. So thank you, everyone, for spending a session with me. Sorry that I overshot. I hope that y'all will pardon me. Okay, overshot is to tell you more content. All right. So hope to see y'all on Saturday, and next coming Monday, our wealth code. On Saturday, our know your personality with 5 elements for wood. Thank you. Good night.